Hi everyone. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm glad you guys are here. Happy Mardi Gras. I know I'm not very much decorated for Mardi Gras, but it's Mardi Gras. It's still Mardi Gras. So today's the last day of the Mardi Gras decorations. I fully expect that they're going to get swapped out. I don't know when. It's not my department. I don't handle it. Welcome in. If you are new to my channel, I'm Tammy. I'm the Siberian Wind. I'm glad you are here. If you are not subscribed, please feel free to hit that subscribe button. And if you have not already joined the Facebook group, if you want to join that, that is what that pinned message up at the top is about. So if you want to enter Show and Tell, you still have until 3 p.m. Mountain Time on April 1st to get your entries in to enter to win this 6-month cycles giveaway quilt. Yeah, it's been a great day, guys. It's been a great day. I'm glad to be here. I'm so glad to be back in front of the camera. It's in case you guys don't know, it's been rough. It's been a couple weeks. So welcome in, Susan. She says she finally set up her Juki and got the boxes on her table unpacked. That's fantastic. Welcome in, Chloe. Thank you, Susan, for the super chat. I appreciate it. And guys, super chats, anytime you do a super chat in my channel, you are entering the next big giveaway cycle. So anyone who entered after the last giveaway cycle, anyone who's given a super chat since then is gotten a ticket for every super chat that they've given. So you do get something for it. You are automatically getting a raffle ticket. So thank you for that, Susan. Judy, welcome in. Pam is here. Chloe, glad you're here. Cynthia's here. Pam says she'll mainly be lurking tonight. Well, Pam, I do have one of your two of your show and tells. Can I show the boxes? I kind of put them in the list. Welcome in, Lori. Glad you're here. Hi, Dawn. Thank you for joining in tonight. Cynthia says that her son works on LSU's campus. The campus shut down this week every year. Yes, they do. They absolutely do. They kind of have to. Mardi Gras is the whole week. Welcome in, Joy T. She says she's also lurking tonight. No worries, Joy T. Glad you are here. So thank you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being the whole reason I do this channel. So thank you. Thank you, Pam. I appreciate it. So one thing I did say I was going to show, and I don't know when I said it, but I know I said it at some point to someone. I said I would show whatever haul I got from my trip to Colorado. I did go to Joann Fabrics, just a disclaimer. I did not go specifically for Joann Fabrics, but I was in the vicinity and I'm not going to pass up the opportunity, right? So I went to 2 different Joann's locations. Welcome in, Katie Graffs. Glad you are here. Susan says she'll be going to the pancake supper, but we're leaving you on. Thank you. And welcome in, Debbie. Glad you're here. So I went yesterday and I went to 2 different, you're fine, Joy T. You're fine. And don't forget to give a thumbs up. Thumbs ups do count when it comes to YouTube. YouTube counts every last one of them. They count thumbs up, they count thumbs down. All of it helps. So thank you in advance for hitting thumbs up or hitting that like button. I appreciate it. So I went to, welcome in, Jennifer. Glad you're here. So I went to one Joann Fabrics, and I did not know this, but if you have multiple Joann Fabrics locations in your vicinity, they may be owned or being operated rather by multiple different liquidators. So if you guys are going to, oh, you're fine, Lori. If you're going to visit a Joann Fabrics, when your Joann Fabrics got their liquidation orders, it could be different depending on which location you go to. So I was in the Denver area. I wasn't in Denver proper, but I was in the Denver area. The first store that I went to is 2 weeks behind the second store I went to. So the first store I went to had literally just started their clearance, their markdowns. So they had a lot of things. They did not have batting. They did not have rotary blades. They did not have rotary cutters. They did. They didn't have scissors except for the really cheap, um, buy in bulk kind of scissors. They didn't have any of that, and they had just started their liquidation. One of the things that store did have that I picked up, in their spring section, they had, this is a plant pot, guys. This is a pot to put a plant into. There's a little drainage hole on the bottom. I picked up the plant pot sewing machine to put scissors or some kind of decorative something or other in. So I picked up a sewing machine plant pot. Welcome in, William. Glad you're here. And it is the same on both sides. Yes and no, Joy T. She asked, did they have cutting mats? They did have cutting mats. They are still ridiculously priced. Omnigrid, not Omnigrid, Ulfa. Ulfa mats tend to be on the higher priced end of the spectrum. And they were 20% off, but still nobody wanted to touch them because even at 20% off, 20% off of $90 or 20% off of $80 plus is still a significant chunk of change. And a lot of what I saw when I was there on Monday were people buying really inexpensive items. Welcome in, Arlie. Glad you're here. Glad you made it. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, I picked this up. I thought about getting, I will be honest, the bird feeder version of this I loved even more, but I wasn't going to use the bird feeder because the only hole in the bird feeder is on the front. So it would just be sitting on my counter unused. It would just be decoration, nothing else. So this one will serve multiple purposes because if I don't want to plant a pot or put a plant in the pot, I can use it for other storage items. So it's gonna be on one of my shelves somewhere in my studio, and it's gonna hold something. I don't know what. That was not part of my thinking process when I was grabbing it. Oh, you guys are so funny. So I picked up at the second store, they actually had fabric that was 40% off. The first store, the only thing that was 40% off was the limited amount of seasonal cotton that they had. Lori says that she stores her scissors in pool noodles. So the little pink and green things that I got back here are from Dollar Tree. They're little metal plant pots from Dollar Tree. So that's what my scissors get stored in. Welcome in, Joyce. Joy T, what section was it in? The cutting mats were in the typical cutting mat section. This plant pot was in the spring section. So they changed for Christmas to spring to summer to fall. This was in the spring section. Welcome in, Teresa. Teresa Louise is here, guys. She's joined the house. Thank you for being here, Teresa. I appreciate it. So I picked the plant pot up. I'm just gonna hang on to it because again, it was something cool. But I was going to pick up some silk thread. That store did not have any thread that I wanted on sale. So I got all the way up to the counter with my silk thread, my Gutermann silk thread that I was going to buy, and come to find out it was regular price. I was like, well, I can wait on that. I can pay full price in 2 months, 6 months, 8 months, 12 months. Whenever I decide to actually get started on my silk quilt project, I can wait till then to buy it at full price. I didn't need to buy it at full price yesterday. So I can kind of wait on that. Welcome in, Gladys. Glad you're here. So the second store that I stopped at, I got 3 different fabrics for Quilts of Valor. 2 of them are backing fabrics. I found them in the 4th of July section. So if you guys are looking for, welcome in, Sherry. If you're looking for the more discounted fabrics, as of right now in my two stores that I went into in the Denver area, um, the seasonal fabric was less expensive than the regular cotton, the regular quilting cotton. The regular quilting cotton is not marked down by much at all yet. So this is still fairly early for some of these stores. Some of them will sell out well before others. They're of course trying to make the biggest profit that they can while they can. So I don't blame them, but the discounts aren't significant yet. But there were some fabrics that I needed and could use out of the 4th of July section to make quilts of valor. So I got 2 quilt backs and I got another fabric for a 3rd quilt. And at that store, I did come across one thing. Welcome in, Denise. Yes, yeah, the mats are still crazy expensive. Mats are not cheap. Cutting mats are not cheap. So you guys know I love gnomes, right? I love gnomes. In case you did not know, here's your official notification that I love gnomes. So I found some gnome fabric that was 40% off at that store. So I have a quilt in mind already for this. So I went ahead and picked it up. It is gnomes with gardening tools. There's wheelbarrows, there's watering cans, there's flowers, there's butterflies. It's the gardening gnome fabric. In case you want to look for it, it is Gnomes by Susan Nickel for Springs Creative. Copyright 2023. So I picked this up and I am planning to use it as a border fabric. So I picked up everything that they had and it might be enough, but if not, at least I picked up what I could get and I will make it work. So I really didn't buy a lot, guys. I fought the crowds. It was really busy crowds, which is really kind of crazy for a weekday, right? Are you ever expecting a busy crowd for a weekday at a fabric store? I mean, I know I wasn't, but I know they sell more than fabrics. I do. Yeah, I'm still sitting there looking back at that price, Denise. The 24 by 36 inch mat, $90 or $42.99. And is that the Fiskars or the Ulfa mat? Because the Ulfa mats, they didn't have any of the standard ones. They had like the folding ones and the rotating ones. That's what they had. They didn't have anything, just a standard, plain, regular, decent size mat. All of those were gone. They had some small ones, so like portable, put in your bag and carry with you kind of mats. They had some of those, and they had rotator mats, or rotating mats, not rotator mats, rotating mats. Nightbot should be working. There we go. I was about to say, Nightbot is running slow today, guys. I apologize. So Gladys's channel is in her channel link is in the chat, guys. Welcome in, Ray Ann. She says, was it worth the trip? Yes, it was. Yes, it was. I got the other business I needed taken care of. That was successful. I didn't have any problems. I took care of that first. So just visiting Joann's was kind of like icing on the cake. We also went to Cracker Barrel, my husband's one of his favorite restaurants. We don't have one here, so welcome in, Lana. Glad you're here. We do not have a Cracker Barrel. So every time that we go in a vicinity of a Cracker Barrel, you better believe that Mr. Siberian Wind wants to go there. So that's where we went. I actually had a food request and we didn't get it. We didn't make it happen, so I'm kind of bummed, but that's okay. There's always another time. Welcome in, Zaza. Glad you're here. Glad you are here. So we did that. Then we came back through Cheyenne, filled up in Cheyenne. I'm not paying Colorado prices for fuel if I don't have to. But fueled up and made our way back home and just barely missed some of the ice and hail and all of that. Welcome in, Mona. Oh, you just got your internet fixed. I'm glad you got it fixed. Yay. Mine is still questionable. Mine is not completely fixed yet. So we shall see what happens with mine. Um, oh, you're fine, Joy. She says, sorry not talking much tonight. Haven't felt great all day. That's, yeah, this weather that's coming through is knocking a lot of people out. So I get it. I definitely get it. Um, I did want to let you guys know, if you remember me pulling these strip sets out, it's got, let me see if I can get one. There we go. And they're different size strip sets, but it's got a yellow, a white with yellow, an orange, one shade of orange, another shade of orange, and a black print. I've got a whole bunch of these strip sets. I know what I'm doing with them now. I know what I'm going to do with them. I don't know what I was originally going to do with them. That's like a far off memory. So I have no idea. But you guys will start seeing this one coming up soon as well. Lana says that the stronger winds are starting in Oklahoma too. Oh my gosh. Katie says that the winds were insane last night. Yeah, they were pretty crazy, and they were trying to blow me off the road yesterday. Mona says that her daughter was sitting in her car using Wi-Fi. Oh my goodness. Oh, I actually have a story about that. Sherry says we're supposed to have storms in North Carolina tomorrow morning. Yeah, I think my parents in Alabama are going to be getting hit with some storms too. Let's see. Arlie says high winds arrived here today. Storm's almost here. And then Zaza says, I hate the wind, makes the dogs go weird too. So wind actually will cause your blood pressure to do some funny things. So if you feel like you get bummed by the wind, it is legitimately it's not blood pressure exactly, like it's not exactly your blood pressure. But your body does have a vasomotor kind of reaction to the wind. So people who think that they have migraines during the windy days, they are not lying. They actually do. There is proven scientific fact behind it. Jennifer says that I think we're having those winds today. Terrible high winds and storms tonight. Yes. Uh, no more winter. We're leaving Missouri Sunday, right, Pam? That's going to be, well, if you're leaving Sunday, you should be able to get past most of it. You should be able to get past most of it. Judy says, storm starting in the middle of the night here in Georgia. Yeah, I'm not, I'm not surprised. So, one person that I know, they lost their internet in their home and they went and parked out on the street in front of someone else's home to use their internet that was not secured. And that people that they parked in front of their house called the police on them. So the person that I know got arrested for using someone else's internet because their internet was gone. Is it only if you're outside? Nope. You can be affected if you are inside, Arlie. Welcome in, Sydney. Sydney says, hey, everyone. Yeah, you can be affected just being inside. Especially the stronger the wind. You can absolutely be affected. There's nothing stopping that wind. Nothing stopping it. All right, you know what? We're going to do show and tell, and then we can sit and chat again afterwards. How's that sound? You guys like that idea? Welcome in, Rita. Glad you're here. I do have your show and tell in here. All right. So I'm going to go ahead. Let's see. It's their own fault if they didn't have their internet secured. It is, but when you call the police about the suspicious person parked out front of your yard, the police can act on that. So, the police were justified. Lana says, I might explain my headache. It very well could be. Oh, Sydney lives in Alabama. Awesome. I've lived in 3 different parts of Alabama. I lived in North Alabama. I grew up in the Birmingham area. I lived in Huntsville for a decade, and then I lived in Montgomery, and then halfway between the two. Teresa says, that doesn't seem right. If they don't want people to use it, make it private. Oh, well, they weren't calling about the internet. They weren't calling about the internet being used. They were calling about the suspicious car and person parked out in front. Which it serves them right because they were being kind of suspicious. They really were. They really were being suspicious. All right. Judy says, welcome, neighbor. I think we're called cousins. I love it. Oh, Gadsden. I know where that is. I really do. Oh, Jennifer's in Alabama too. Oh my gosh. Yes. Okay, so it is perfectly legal to park on a public street. They weren't calling about this strange car that showed up. They were calling about this strange car with a person inside that was causing them concern. And, if you've got, some strange person suddenly starts parking on your street and never gets out of their vehicle, they were justified. They were justified. Rita says, to me, that's funny. My neighbor is a deputy sheriff. He parks his private truck in my driveway. The state inspector asked me why there was a truck there. Told him to ask the deputy. I love it. Oh, south of Birmingham. Yes. Well, Gaston is kind of north of Birmingham. But yeah, you're south of Birmingham, Arlie. Oh my gosh. You guys. It's crazy. I moved from Alabama and then I meet all these Alabama people. Right? You guys recognize my accent. That's what it is. All right. I'm going to go ahead and transition you guys to let's get started on Show and Tell. I've got 2 pages to go tonight, or 1.5, but that's okay. That's okay. If you haven't already submitted your Show and Tell, you still have until 3 p.m. April 1st to get your submissions in to Show and Tell to win this quilt. Oh, they got arrested though. It wasn't just a ticket, it was an arrest. They deserved it though. Jennifer is south of Birmingham. Oh, fantastic. Yay. All right. Let's see. There we go. All right. I've got it going, guys. All right. So this is from Chloe. She says that this is a Nantucket bag that she finished. She won the pattern and the supplies from Kathy over at My Hobby Home while watching Tammy and Kathy sew Land That I Love. Thank you, Kathy. That is such a beautiful bag, Chloe. You have done a fantastic job. That is picture 1 of it. And here is 2. I love both sides of it. It looks so cute. It almost looks like you hand quilted it. I know it's not hand quilted because I zoomed in on it, but at least from here, it looks hand quilted. Zaza says, I think the caller must have had police connections. Thankfully, this was back almost 20 years ago. So there is Teresa, but that's all I can share on a public channel. There is. All right. So, okay, this is from Debbie. Debbie submitted this. This is her table topper that she submitted. I'm loving this card trick block. I really have never done one. Believe it or not, this is one of the blocks I have never made. So card trick may be in my future. I really do like it. And I think that's a gorgeous, gorgeous piece. And then these are swap blocks that Debbie made. Right, Mona? The swap blocks, they're just so cute. They're flowers. They're gorgeous little flowers. I love them. Debbie, if you're in the chat, if you will let us know how big these blocks are. I think they're so stinking cute. And where did you find the pattern? I know somebody's going to ask for it because I really want to I really want to make these. Pretty card trick block. Yes, right? Oh, you're fine, Mona. You're fine. She says her comment was behind. No, it's fine. I'm way ahead of you guys. I'm 30 seconds ahead. So I'm loving these blocks, Debbie. I'm loving these blocks. All right. And then this is something else that she submitted. Guys, she posted this as calling it a room with a view for her grandson. How stinking adorable is this? How stinking adorable is this room with a view? That is just so cute. I love the fabric. The fabric has baseballs on the outside. The flowers, are they FPP? That's a great question. We'll have to ask Debbie. I don't think they are, but they might be. So this, I love this zipper too, guys. If you can't see the zipper, if you can't tell, it is iridescent. It changes color. I think it was a perfect choice. I love the fun fabric inside the room with a view, and I love the fabric on the outside, the baseballs. Such a cute idea. Such a very, very cute idea. All right, now this came also from Debbie. She had submitted this, and then she realized she needed to put Sew and Tell, so she submitted again with Sew and Tell. Guys, she was working on this during the retreat. When did we hold that? End of February? Yeah, end of February. I was having to think, guys. That's how messed up my week has been. But this snail is so stinking cute, guys. And the snail is foundation paper pieced. And I can't get over it. It is so amazing. So absolutely amazing. So yeah, this is from Debbie. All right. Then this is from Rita. Yes, Debbie has been busy, Joy T. You're right. All right, so this is the second block for one of the mystery quilts for 2025 that Rita is working on. I love the little tulips in the center. I'm going to zoom in. So we have tulips surrounded by stars. That's star fabric there. And I love the color choices. I love the color choices, guys. Rita, you've done a fantastic job with choosing your colors. All right, this one is also is for a 2025 mystery quilt, and this is January's block. It is also log cabin, just like the previous one with the tulips, but this one is a house. Now, Rita, I have to say, I love the fact that your fabric goes one direction in this outside log cabin row. I love that it goes one direction and then goes the opposite. It gives it a lot of movement, and that's one thing that I want to point out. If you are looking for ways to give your quilt some extra movement, some extra pizzazz, or snazz it up a little bit, this is a fantastic way to do that. So just play with your fabric placement and change it up a little bit. And Rita just said in the chat that the one for March is going to be a heart. That's awesome. All right, now this is an 8-side star block. I love that you're using stars and then you're using more stars. And then I love the color combinations that you put for the outside edges as well of the star. Chloe says the hearts are her favorite. These are so fun looking, guys. These are so fun. Now that same star, look here at how it is being used. She said this is another variation of a star block. Well, I think that this is very gorgeous. So I don't know if you guys can see down here at the bottom. So the big star block is down here below. And then the smaller version up here that is also a star is about half the size, or a quarter of the size. Oh, wow. Rita says that star has glitter on it, guys. We are looking at some glitter. Sherry says you made some pretty blocks. I agree. Joy T says they are very pretty. I'm 100% in agreement. These are fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. All right, now this is a version of a pineapple quilt block. Now, if you tell me that you're doing a pineapple quilt, welcome in, Katie. Glad you're here. if you're telling me you're doing a pineapple quilt block, this is kind of what I look at. This is what I see when somebody says they're doing a pineapple quilt block, because you have your square and a square in the center, and whatever color is part of your square and a square is the part that is repeating out. Because I have advanced knowledge, because I've seen all of these, I'm going to show you her next one. This pineapple block, and this one changes everything out for me. This is not the way I typically see a pineapple block, and I love the way she did this. And so we have a square and a square, but instead of it rotating out from the center and going out horizontally, we have it rotating out from the corners of this square and a square and rotating out to the corners of the block. So I'm going to go back real quick. There's one and there's two. Zaza says, I love that one with the blue and red, right? Right. I don't see this block as a pineapple block, and I don't find it as hard to look at for myself as the other one. The other one is, when somebody says a pineapple block, that's what I see, but I like this arrangement so much better. I like seeing this arrangement because then it doesn't look so jumpy. It doesn't look so busy, I guess is the best way to put it. My eyes just struggle with these kinds of blocks, but I love seeing all the different variations. So if I had never seen this, I wouldn't have known. One other thing that I'm going to point out, if you guys have not noticed already, so looking at this fabric in the center, she has the fabric rotating. So in each section, the fabric in these pieces, these outer pieces, the striped fabrics, they are rotating around this quilt block, and it's giving even more movement to it, but it's not as hard to look at, if that makes sense. At least not for me. That's where I struggle, is looking at a pineapple block. But this is not as hard for me to look at because of that extra movement. It gives that extra. Yeah, Katie, right? She says the pineapple blocks make her eyes vibrate. Yeah, they kind of do for me too. So I love that these fabrics rotate like that. I mean, and it's just a matter of placing them all the same direction each time you go, but that's something that I probably would have missed if I'd been planning this myself. If I had not seen somebody else do it, I might have missed that. That wouldn't have been something I would have thought of. So you did a fantastic job on that, Rita. I just have to point that out. Just have to point that out. All right. Now this is one other one. Rita says typical pineapple quilts are hard to look at. They are. They can be. They very much can be. So this one, she posted a little while ago. She said she made this to help get rid of some scraps and crumbs. It measures 19.5 by 19.5, and this was her very first attempt at doing any type of paper piecing. She figured, go big or not at all. There are 288, you counted this. There are 288 little pieces that went into making this block, then decided it looks more like a painting, so she put borders on it with fabric to make it look like it is a frame on the wall. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. This needed to be at QuiltCon, guys. I mean, come on now. Come on. 288 pieces of fabric in here, and you counted all of that. I mean, I count, but goodness gracious, lady. This is fantastic. You did a great job, and it very much is modern art. So if you're ever looking for something to do with an orphan block that looks really cool, that you like, if you don't want to make a full quilt of it, don't make a full quilt of it. Turn it into wall art like this. That's a fantastic idea with it. I would love to have something like that on my walls. I actually have one, but I need to make more. I need to make more stuff like this. I have a lot of things to make. Just haven't gotten around to it yet, but this is going to inspire me to do that. Rita says there are hidden pictures in here. Okay, hang on. We're gonna have to scroll in. Okay. Okay, so I see some oranges. I'm not sure what's on the black fabric. Let's see. And yes, I know I'm ahead of you guys, so I apologize. Okay, so it's feathers maybe on the, or arrows. Oh, planets. Yeah, there are planets. There's stars in here. There's all kinds of polka dots. I love the, I think I used some of that planets fabric now that I think about it. Gosh, goodness gracious. Okay, I'm in love. I'm in absolute love with it. You have done a very, very inspiring job. Okay, so it is the feathers on the black. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Okay, so I got it right. Yay. I feel so excited. All right, so I'm going to keep going. But guys, this is why we do Sew and Tell. We do it to get inspiration, okay? And we do it to share. There's birds in here. Okay, yeah, I'm going to have to go back and look at this later. Guys, if you're not a member of the Facebook group, go up to the top, click the link, get in, ask or answer all the questions so I can get you into the Facebook group so you can see all these and zoom in too. All right, so this is submitted by It's Kennedy. This is her Cotton Cuts Tree of Life. And she's got it finished, complete with borders. So guys, she got the small, and she did get an oops kit. So she used her oops kit to create the the piano key border, and she had some other fabric that went really, really well with it in order to do all four corners of the border. So that is her Tree of Life. Mine is not finished yet. I still have not quilted it. But hers is now done. So that's from It's Kennedy. She also sent this one in. This one is this, if I'm not mistaken, this top she did about 5 years ago, and finally today it's finished. So this is, it almost feels like a Sudoku quilt, but it's 9 patches in all of these outer blocks. And then she did a focus fabric in the center with borders and sashing to finish it out. I think she did a fantastic job on it. I don't like yellow, but I love this. Okay. So I mean, I can't deny that I don't like yellow. It's a well-known fact. I'm not a big fan of yellow, but this one's okay because I see it being used in a way that is visually appealing either way. So she knows I don't like yellow. So, but yes, I think she did a fantastic job finally getting it done. If it's sitting there waiting for 5 years to get done. Chloe says that she loves yellow. Awesome. I don't know who's getting this quilt, so maybe it's already gifted. I don't know. I'll have to ask. All right, so this is another one. She didn't give me any more information about it other than she's working through some unfinished projects. So this was an unfinished project that she now has finished into a table topper. You can see her machine sitting there in the back. Teresa says you can't go wrong with yellow and blue. I know, right? That's like the normal combination. That's like the most pleasing option with yellow, I think. Yellow is just, I struggle, guys. I really struggle. We are not doing a yellow challenge. We're not doing a challenge Tammy with yellow month, okay? We're not doing that. Yes, brown and teal, absolutely. All right, and this is also one of the ones that she was working on, unfinished projects. This is a Hunter Star. And this one also looks like she has finished this out also as a table topper. Or maybe a bed runner. I think it's a table topper. But very cute fabrics. Very, very cute fabrics. How many of you guys have done one of these? I haven't done one of these yet. Oh, Zaza struggles with purple. Oh, that one I can do. I'll give you my yellow, you give me your purple. We'll work it out. All right, this is a little thread catcher I think she's made. There was also another unfinished project she had hanging around. The Hunter Star, I have so much issues trying to make it, says Rita. Yeah, I haven't tried. I will be honest, I have not tried yet. Ray Ann says, love the Hunter Star. Yeah, you've done a few that at least one that I've seen. You do a fantastic job with them. I just haven't tried it yet. All right, so there is a story behind this one. Okay. If you guys saw this picture without any context, you would immediately think that this is like some hotel room or Airbnb or something like that. When It's Kennedy sent this picture over, she let me know what the backstory is with this one. Teresa says that she has a hard time with orange unless it's a Halloween project, right? Cynthia says, I like that. I'll take one. Talking about the thread catcher. I love it, Cynthia. All right. So if you saw this picture, you would think a beautiful Airbnb, right? Something along those lines, something well coordinated. Okay. This is a quilt that It's Kennedy made. And I think it's that one that we were seeing before, maybe, in one of the pictures, the teal and brown. She sent this to a friend of hers in Florida. This friend, she's never seen this friend's bedroom. She's never seen how this friend decorated her place in Florida. She just knew that this quilt needed to go to Florida to this particular friend. She sent it off. The friend opened it up and immediately put it on her bed, took this picture to send it to It's Kennedy. So It's Kennedy had the perfect colors and the perfect fabrics for that quilt, and it was just waiting to be made for that friend. This is that friend's bedroom, already. So it was just a perfect match without It's Kennedy ever seeing any of it. So that was a really exciting moment. A very exciting moment. All right. So this is she sent this in. This is also from Miss Kennedy. Do you guys remember me talking about the t-shirt quilt that wasn't so great of a t-shirt quilt because the company that it had been sent off to really didn't take time and care and concern for the t-shirts, or the material or the person who's going to own it. It's Kennedy received this picture back after fixing that quilt and putting a new label on the quilt. These are the pictures from her client, and the client is absolutely in love with it. So this is the repaired t-shirt quilt, new minky backing, actual binding on the sides, and actual quilting to quilt the shirt as well. Yeah, it is fixed. Yeah, Rita. She did a fantastic job fixing it. I don't know if I saw it after it was fixed. Maybe I did. I think I did. Yeah, I'm almost certain I did. But anyway, it is fixed and it's in good hands now. All right. Oh, hang on. I'm not trying to jump through. All right. So this is from Judy. She said, this is the second Crown Royal bags turning into a throw-sized quilt. I knew she had enough. She said last time when she did her Crown Royal bag quilt that she had enough to make more than one quilt. So here she is getting started on the next one, guys. So if you've ever wondered how to do a Crown Royal bag quilt, you interface your Crown Royal bags if you can, and then you can put them into any kind of quilt block you like. As long as they are, as long as they're stabilized, you're good to go. I love the start of this. I can't wait to see what you do, Judy. Cannot wait to see what you do. Right? Well, it might be scrappy. I don't know if she's gonna keep it scrappy or if she got enough of those fabrics. We're gonna withhold our judgment until we see the rest of it, because now we are excited to see the rest of it. All right. So Judy also said that she's working on the flimsy or the quilt top. So she took a Zoom focus group with Grace Company, and she decided to custom quilt this quilt. She messed up on the triangle and now she gets to use Jack, but that's okay. Messing up means that you got started. And getting started is, I don't know why my thing is clicking fast. I do not know why. But guys, if you never get started, if you never try it, you never have the opportunity to need to fix something. And I think you're doing a fantastic job. I mean, you're learning a new skill, which is a lot to be said for learning a new skill either way. But you're spreading your wings and you're testing out new options, which is can be scary. So I'm so proud of you. It's fantastic. Oh, that's the messed up one? I don't see a mess up. I don't see it. You already used Jack on this, apparently. But even if you didn't, I'm not zooming back in. Judy says that she's hoping to have it done next week and she will post a picture. Awesome. I love these fabrics too, Chloe. She's doing a fantastic job with this. All right. Now, she also shared pictures of the t-shirt quilt that she had been working on. It's completed and ready for delivery. It's from the unused pieces she also made into a tote bag. So this is the quilt ready to be sent off. I love this meander. It's looking fantastic. It's looking better than my meander. I need to get better at my meander. And here's the back. So in case you guys can't see, but I love the fact that there were fire department shirts on this quilt and then you used a red backing. I'm loving that. I'm loving that, Judy. And this was it before it got quilted. This was when she posted that it was ready for the long arm. And she was hoping to get it done by Wednesday. I don't know if that was what you got done. But guys, so many firefighter shirts on here. So it was very appropriate to use the very appropriate to use the red on the back. Looks like fire, right? It does. It does look like fire on the back. Sherry says that she loves the design, Judy. Yes, it is awesome and wonderful, you guys. It is so gorgeous. All right, so this is from Katie Crafts. This one, she's got 18 of this block. She's got 17 of the next one that you guys are going to see. She still needs to sew a little bit on the next block over, but progress is being made. These are 25 patch blocks. So if you count across, if you ever wonder how many patches something is, count across the top. So there's 5 across the top and 5 down the side. Multiply those two numbers. So 5 times 5 is 25. So it is a 25 patch block, and this is the start to an Irish chain. And here is the other block, these shamrock blocks. So when she posted this in the Facebook group, she said that she still needed to sew down around the shamrocks. I think is looking fantastic. Chloe says green, one of my favorite colors, very pretty. I am actually not a huge green fan. I like it better than some other colors of the rainbow, namely yellow, but it's not my favorite, but this is fantastic. It looks gorgeous. Gorgeous choices. I think the white helps me. And I love the shamrock. Katie, you did a fantastic job with these shamrocks. Absolutely fantastic. Loving how they look. Yay! She actually just updated us, guys, in the chat. She says that she has all the blocks done and appliqued. So now she's putting it together and sewing those last seams and then quilting. You're doing fantastic. All right. So this is from Linda. She submitted this just after our last Sew and Tell. Or these just got in the day of or something like that. But I remember grabbing these as soon as she put them in the chat. These are paper piece blocks that she worked on last weekend and this weekend. So we're talking the end of January. She said the first are matching and going to be corner blocks, and the rest are going to be half hexies. So it looks like stained glass, but these are foundation paper piecing. Look at these, guys. That's crazy. They're so gorgeous. They're so gorgeous. And you could do so much if you just rotate it one direction or another. So it's so fantastic when we have things like this. Like, you know, did you really think about needing something like this? No. Are you going to make it now? Probably. It is so fantastic to look at these. Look at that. So you take the original arrangement, you rearrange it, and look at what you get. Guys, so, so versatile. I love things like this where you can just rotate things around, change up the whole look of your project, and just play with it until you're happy. So I actually have quite a few paper piecing projects kind of along those lines. One of them you guys will end up seeing in probably 2026, if not 2027. That's how far out we are for picking that project back up. But I do have a project along these lines, and oh, they're so rewarding as you get them done. So rewarding. All right. And then Teresa Louise, you'll be very proud to know, Linda also submitted this one, and she said that this is a Chip and Stars from Teresa Louise I Quilt 2. So, Teresa, you have inspired. You have inspired us. I remember watching you put these together, Teresa. So, Linda, you have done a fantastic job. That is such a great job. I am loving the stars in there. And it gives you that visual, like, I don't know how to say it. As I'm looking at it, I feel like the stars are rotated opposite directions, but they aren't. They are all the same direction. And they're so stinking cute. So stinking cute. So yes, guys, if you want to know how to make this, go visit Teresa Louise's channel. I remember watching her put this together, and oh, that's fantastic. Teresa has said Linda did a great job. So Linda, if you're watching this on replay, or if you're not watching it live, if you're watching it on replay, Teresa Louise said that you did a great job, and I don't disagree one bit. I am in love with it. I'm not usually a fan of this much scrappy, but this really worked out very, very well. Welcome in, Melina. Oh, you're fine. She says she wanted to let everyone know she's here, but she's visiting with her granddaughter. Well, the granddaughter can see all of this. That is perfectly fine. I keep this a family program most of the time. Melina says all of these are beautiful. Aren't they? Aren't they though? All right. So, all right, you guys have been hearing, in case you have not heard, Pam is moving. Pam is having to move short notice. She is moving from Missouri to Washington State. Guys, she sent in pictures of her fabric all boxed up. My heart both laughs because I've seen this before, and it breaks because I know how hard it is to have your fabric all packed up. It is so incredibly stressful. So if you guys see Pam in the chat, she's here tonight. She's Pam's Handmade. If you guys see her in the chat, please send her some extra love. She is going to be leaving out and driving coming up very soon, and making cross-country move. Yeah, I feel for this. I feel this like in my soul. I feel this in my soul. Okay. So this is also from Pam. So she made this a few years ago. And yesterday, Monday, was her last day of her federal career. So it only got to hang up for one day in her cubicle. She's hoping she will get to hang it up in her new apartment in Seattle suburb before the end of March. Still waiting to find out if she got the apartment. Happy March, everyone. Let us know, Pam. Please let us know. Zaza says, thinking of all that pretty in the boxes, right? Yes, how sad to have fabric in boxes, says Katie. Yes, right? It is sad. Oh, yeah, moving from Baltimore, Maryland, all the way to Arizona. Yeah, I mean, I had to do this moving from Alabama up here to Wyoming, but it was different because I really didn't have everything unpacked quite this same way. Rita says it looks like stacked cups. Yes, this is actually, it is called a tumbling block, or tumbler block. You can get it. AccuQuilt has a die for this. So if you guys want to attempt something like this and you're not sure about the cuts, there are a lot of patterns out there for it. AccuQuilt also has a pattern for it as well. I'm loving the fact that in each of these cream ones, we have a 3-leaf clover in each one, so a shamrock in each one. We can see that from a distance. Zooming in, it looks like the green ones also each have their own little shamrock. So I love this quilting design, Pam. You did a fantastic job. Teresa says, I like using liquor boxes for moving. They're really strong and stack easily. Yes. Last time I moved, we did purchase boxes, but we were moving across the country. So it was kind of a necessity because we wanted to pack everything in one truck and not have to use multiple. And we got rid of a lot of things. But moving across town, I absolutely will use the liquor boxes. Zaza says she's done EPP tumbler blocks. Yes. And she's also said that she has started the Swedish death cleaning. Yes. Oh, there's a 4-leaf clover hidden, guys. Okay. Has anybody already seen the 4-leaf clover? If you have not seen the 4-leaf clover, you need to go join the Facebook group and go find the 4-leaf clover. Just saying. Oh my gosh. All right. So this one is from Ray Ann. She said that this is her mystery quilt from one of our local quilt groups. So I am a member of this group as well. I have yet to do mine. If you've not heard of Swedish death cleaning before, Rita, you will need to look it up. It is a lot of fun, if you want to call it that. It is Swedish death cleaning is when you are trying to leave as little as possible for the next generation. So you go ahead and get rid of things or sell things or take care of things that your next generation would not want to have to handle. So even though you're going to still keep some things, you're going to get rid of the extra, the floof, the non-minimalist things. So each one of these, let me get back to this. All right, so yes, right, Teresa? So each of these blocks was given as a monthly block. So like this block here was a 1 month block. This one was 1 block. Each one of these was 1 block. So like this was 1 month. This watercolor star over here was 1 month. These two were a month, each a month of their own. This trio was 1 month. And this block also was a month. And they told us as we were cutting all of our fabrics for each of these blocks to save, and they told us what size rectangles to cut because we were going to be making 52 flying geese for the corner or for the border. So yeah, it is. Yeah, agreed. Rayanne says, thank you. I think the border is the best part of the quilt. Yeah, it makes it. I'm not a huge fan of all of these blocks, guys. I love the colors Rayanne chose, but if it were me, I would never have seen this quilt and wanted to do it except for making that border. That border makes this quilt. Absolutely makes it. Let's see. Zaza said that I had a good explanation. Thank you. Rita says she just calls that spring cleaning after watching one of those hoarder shows on TV. Go through and get rid of stuff. Yes, the border is amazing. The star with the tiny pieces. Yes, this one right here. That's the watercolor star. It's basically pieced like a mosaic. Yes, Teresa, right? She says the border looks like a double ribbon. And the border does not look like flying geese. You're absolutely right, Zaza. It does not look like flying geese at all. So I think the colors play very well together. The color choices make this as well. And guys, I can't wait to see what she does to quilt this. She is a fantastic quilter. It's almost like a quilt made from orphan blocks. Yes, Rita, that's actually a really good idea. I might have to use that. I might have to start making all my orphan blocks in certain colors so I can use this idea. Oh my gosh, guys. All right, so we got some more coming up. All right, so this is from Susan. She had an extra tulip block and it was too small for her quilt anyway. So what'd she do? She framed it on two sides, quilted it by hand, and made a small pillow. Guys, if you need an orphan block idea, we just went from one to a completely different option. Both fantastic, absolutely fantastic ideas. I cannot fathom hand quilting. That is not my thing. I don't think I have the hand strength to do it right now. But guys, this is so fantastic. You have done a wonderful job, Susan. Absolutely fantastic job. Right, Zaza? She says she's not really a fan of sampler quilts, but she really appreciates the work and skill in your quilt, Rayanne. If I could just learn that border, says Jennifer, right? Well, if you're not in the Facebook group, go click and join. Go click and answer the questions and join if you want to join. And then you can zoom in and look. That's how we're going to do it. That's how we're going to do it. All right. So Cynthia also has submitted Sew and Tell, guys. This was her first Sew and Tell. She said she'll eventually get to a quilt project. This is a quilt project. I don't see anything not quilting about it. I mean, it's crafting, but it's still quilting. We'll count it, okay? We'll count it. It doesn't matter. We'll count it. She said that this was her project at the retreat. Got to see her make a few. She said they're not perfect, but not too bad from her first run of them. She's making them to sell as a fundraiser for her son's high school class trip to Japan. Guys, he's going to Japan. That's crazy. The trip cost was $6,000 and he only has 1,000 left to go. So she's so proud of him because he's worked to pay for the majority of that. And she doesn't mind helping him out this way for the last bit. Although she's nervous about posting them on her social media for all the world to see. Well, you know what? They're not on your social media. They're on my social media. And she says the retreat is so much fun. Thanks, Tammy. Oh, thank you, Cynthia. I loved having you at the retreat. It was great to get to meet you and learn who you are and know more about you. Right, Rita? She says, look how I can't talk. She says, look at those. How cute are all those different sizes? Amazing. Right? Oh, you're fine, Sherry. She says, been lurking for a while. You are fine. You're fine. All right. So that is the last. Yeah, Susan says she got home just in time, right? Right? You got to get home just in time to come hang out and watch me, right? You know? It's Mardi Gras. We got to celebrate No, I'm not doing anything for Mardi Gras. I'm not a Mardi Gras fan. All right. So this upcoming Thursday, the live is already on the channel. I will get the rest of the lives for the month. I will get those put up in the next few days. So before Thursday, the rest of the month's lives will be up and will be scheduled. So you can go in and click turn notifications on. That way you're not missing anything. Our next retreat, since Cynthia was at the retreat, was mentioning it, the next retreat is going to be at the end of April. April 26th and 28th. Oh, you're fine, Teresa. She says she got to get dinner started, but she'll be listening. Oh, you're fine. You are absolutely fine. I ate before I got on live, so that's why I'm good. I got spoiled. I got dinner beforehand. So while I am thinking about it, do I have my calendar handy? Maybe. Hang on. Let me see if I do. Yep, I do. And do I have my pencil for it? Sorry, guys. I know that bag is loud. Teresa says that she loved seeing everyone's projects. I know, right? That's why I love Sew and Tell. I love Sew and Tell because I get to share this with you guys. So you guys can get inspired. You can see pancakes and ham for dinner at church. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, Zaza's asking what Teresa Louise is having for dinner. Yeah, you're going to get interrupted now, Teresa. Just saying. Okay. So, let's see what we got going. I'm going to do a couple of pop-ups this month. So as we go through the month, there will be a couple of pop-ups. I am thinking that we are looking at some Friday night pop-up or Friday evening pop-ups. I am going to be working on this project on one of the pop-ups. I don't know exactly when, but I am looking at some Fridays. And I may do a live on the 8th, the Saturday the 8th. Teresa is having baked chicken. It's Kennedy finally made it, guys. She says, howdy, Alabama, and everyone. Welcome in. It's Kennedy. Glad you're here. So I'm thinking on the 8th, I will have a pop-up. Don't quote me on that. We're having to take it day by day right now as to how I am feeling. But I'm going to do my best to do a pop-up. And then in April, we're going to have Sew and Tell on the 1st. We're going to have the Quilt Award and the other giveaways on April 8th. So if you guys are wanting to mark things down that you need to keep an eye out for, April 8th is going to be the next huge big night. Okay. And then we will have our next Zoom retreat April 26th and 27th. So just keep that in mind. We're going to do that. And in April, we also have to have a freebie quilt. Chloe has to work the 8th. Oh no. Well, the quilt giveaway, you don't have to be present to win, and super chats mean you don't have to be present to win. So I will also be doing a couple of different ways. Teresa says Kennedy loved all your projects, right? She did a fantastic job. So super chats give you you don't have to be present to win entry. And I will give you a couple of more opportunities between now and April 1st to win entries. So you've got the 11th, 18th, 25th, and 1st of March. The 11th, 18th, and 25th of, the 8th of March. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay. So good question, Zaza. So the Sew and Tell giveaway, live, when I do that live, I will have some things that are allowed to go international and some things that have to be to a US only resident. I will still ship internationally, but I do have to ship like paper, things like that internationally. If it's a bulky item or something that's going to be a little bit harder to ship internationally, I will reserve that for US residents only. But we will do it the same format as the January giveaways for the 1-year celebration. So what we'll do is I find out whether or not you're US or you're international, and then your item is drawn based off of whether you're international or US. So that's what's going to do it. Oh, I forgot it's Kennedy. She said, did you love the batting quilts too? So she said she was going to Kennedy was going to take pictures of her Franken batting and send those in. She made Franken batting for 2 or 3 quilts. And so she was going to take a picture of each piece of Franken batting, or each quilt worth of Franken batting to send in as Sew and Tell. But she didn't take the pictures and didn't send them to me, so I didn't say anything. So that's why she was asking if everybody would like the Franken batting pictures, the Franken batting quilts. So the March 8th pop-up will not be, if I can do the March 8th pop-up, it will not be a freebie quilt or freebie pattern or anything like that. The next freebie pattern is in April. And that will be on a Friday night. And I'm not sure exactly when yet. That is still up in the air. We're still pending on that. Am I missing anything else? April 15th is tax day. I will be live that day. So if you need a break from taxes or if you need to recover from taxes, we will have something special that night too. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. Okay. The chat's kind of died down, guys. Everybody's listening to me. Are you guys just marking dates? Is that what's happening? You guys are marking dates so you don't miss anything? It's Kennedy. Oh, you're sweet. She says hello to those I missed. So yeah, you guys, I couldn't do it without you. I really couldn't. I could not do this channel without you. I really do appreciate every last one of you. I don't feel like I'm doing. Oh, thank you, Zaza. Yes, that is the way to enter in advance for Show and Tell. So if you are, well, it won't let me like it. There we go. Mel says error, try again. Okay, so maybe it did. Maybe it did. We'll see. So yes, super chats always do put you in a you don't have to be present to win category. So I will have a separate you don't have to be present to win category. Show and Tell quilt does have to go. Yes, Joyce, thank you. I appreciate it. You do not have to be present to win the things that you win because you did a super chat. You will still get what is based off of your country, but those will be separate drawings. The Show and Tell quilt does have to be. You don't have to be present to win it, but you have to enter to win it. You have to enter into Show and Tell to win the Show and Tell giveaway quilt. As Kennedy says, she needs to rewatch. Didn't make it in time. See, you were like an hour late. That's what it is. Rita says, I'm just in amazement at that Show and Tell stuff. Thank you. She says, wow, yes, right? There's a lot of cool stuff in there. Zaza says, I understand about the shipping, etc. Yeah, when you're, just for example, I shipped one small thing. It went in a small padded envelope, a 6x9 envelope, and it was over $30 to ship. So I can't do that for every single item. You know, I can do that for one here and one there, but when we're talking 4 or 5 items, that gets incredibly expensive, and I don't have the budget for that right now. If I get to where I have that budget again, I will absolutely do it. Absolutely do it. I'm still trying to get up to the point where YouTube will start paying me out my super chats. So, you know, like I'm not there yet. So yeah, we're working on it. We're working on it. Recap on what I've got going on so you guys know, so you guys don't think I'm ignoring anything, because I'm not, I promise. I have a quilt on the frame that I'm going to try to have quilted by tomorrow. What about gift cards? I would have to have gift cards in order to give gift cards. That would still be expensive. A lot of the items that I am giving away, I will be honest, they are either items that I have made, items that I have been personally gifted in order to give away, or they are items that are easily accessible that I already have at hand. And when I start running out of that, then gift cards will start being a better option too. Yeah, right. Zaza, she says, Mona said her first YouTube payment took about 3 months. Yeah. So YouTube does take a portion. That's why I do also have Patreon set up. So if you want access to all of my patterns, that is where my patterns are, is Patreon. And I'm still waiting for them to get back with me because I've had an issue with the download system. So I'm still working on the back end to have that resolved. That's why I really haven't been pushing Patreon lately, because I'm still working on that, but it is still set up. So if you wanted to do a subscription with them, you can. And that money does go to me, and a bigger portion of it goes to me than with the super chats. But super chats will eventually come to me. It's just waiting on getting to a threshold. That's where the holdup is with it. But yeah, so I've got a quilt on the quilt frame right now. Then when that comes off, the next quilt on the frame, or the next quilt in the stack, will come off and go onto the frame. I have to get ready for Thursday night. We will have Land That I Love, and Kathy should be here for Land That I Love. We'll be working on yet another sampler block. Sunday night will be another 365 quilt night. So we will be working on that as well. I did 2 blocks on Sunday, so if you've not seen it yet, go rewatch Sunday night's broadcast and you'll see the 2 blocks that I put together. And so we will have more of those coming up this Sunday. We will have Sean over here on the 16th, I believe, if I'm not mistaken on the date. Let me double check. Oh, everything went away. Yes, the 16th is when Sean will be here, coming to hang out and work on Fab Farm. We are going to be working on the cow this month. The cow is March's month. Let's see. Cynthia says she's been in and out all evening. Thanks for the compliments on my bag. So far, I've sold 9. I enjoyed the retreat so much. I can't wait until the next one. Yes. So that's the other thing, is when we hit April 1st, it will not be an April Fool's prank. There will be a link for the Zoom retreat for the end of the month. So you will be able to start signing up for April's retreat starting on April 1st. So I will start opening it up then. I'm not going to open it up this early because I don't want, if you're signing up for it, I don't want you to forget that you signed up for it. So this will lessen the confusion around it. So, all right, I don't know what else I got going on. What else do I have going on? I don't know. This will be a pop-up. This yellow and black and all of that will be a pop-up. I will make it a contest though. What I am going to do with it, provided that I can, because that's what I'm going to try to do, is I'm going to do something that I have seen on Tiffany's Quilting Life. That is what I'm going to do with this. When I do my pop-up for it, I will put out a challenge. And so you guys will get to see what that challenge is. It will be fairly easy, but it will also give you a extra Sew and Tell giveaway night ticket. So it will give you another you don't have to be present to win ticket. So that makes sense? Please tell me that made sense. Yeah, I'm crazy. Tonight is, I feel kind of weird. I think it's the wind. I think it's everything else going on. I think it's all of the above, something along those lines. And just so you guys know, we are looking at everybody tonight got 7 entries. So everybody who entered, you now have 7 entries. Okay? So you have 7 entries for the Sew and Tell giveaway quilt. Is that exciting? Please tell me that's exciting. I know. I'm weird. I'm weird tonight. So far, looking at my calendar, you can do the retreat. Yay! Awesome, Susan. Chloe says that she understands. Cynthia says it's very windy here too. I was out in it all day yesterday, and I was fighting with the wind. And I did all the driving. My husband went with me, but I did all of the driving. So I feel it. I really feel it. Oh, thank you, Sydney. She says, nice. Cynthia says, thank you. Oh, wow, that's great. Not weird, just generous. I'm all of the above. All of the above. We're going to go with all of the above. All right. Well, I won't hold you guys up all night. We've already been going about an hour and a half, or just under an hour and a half. I want to thank you so much for being here. Thank you for coming to hang out with me. Thank you for putting up with me. Driving fatigue. Yeah, I think that's part of it too. Yeah, right. Susan says, with being gone most of the month and not getting anything done, yay, right? um, yeah, so I will see you guys on Thursday. I won't see you guys tomorrow. I already know I won't see you guys tomorrow. Well, I might, if you're over on Williamstown, I should be there tomorrow. I'm hoping. But I will see you guys Thursday night for Land That I Love with Kathy from My Hobby Home being here. And guys, just keep an eye out. All of the March lives will be scheduled and up so you can turn on notifications by Thursday evening. And then we will also have some pop-ups in the month. So just be watching out for those, and I will try to make them Fridays and Saturdays. Okay. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you again for the super chat. Thank you for So and Tell, guys. Thank you so much for sending in all of your beautiful, beautiful pictures of your amazing projects. They are incredibly inspiring, and I couldn't do it without you. You guys will get bored of all of my projects. So I'm glad you guys are here, inspiring each other and inspiring me. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I will see you guys.